welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be another card kit video, and this time I'm featuring the My Monthly Hero card kit for June 2017. This card kit came with stencils and inks, and it also has dies that coordinate with the stamp set. This card I'm going to put together using the background that the card kit came onto, and it's this wonderful heavy two-sided cardstock which you can use for making cards. I have several videos on my channel where I show how I turn these backgrounds into cards. This side I really liked it with the different skins of the animals representing the continents of the world, but I decided I'm going to use this side. So let me move this out of the way, and first I'm going to show you the card that I'm going to make, and then we'll go through the techniques. Alright, this is the card that I'm going to make for you today. The outside has these two acacia trees and a lion, and the inside is going to have a three-step stamped lion. This is a very easy design, but because the front of the card stock is different, here, let me put it where you can see where I cut it off. See? It'll look similar but not the same. Okay, let's move this and get going. This is going to be fun. Let me quickly go over the supplies again. We're going to be using the My Monthly Hero for June 2017, and this also was released around the same time. This is the color layering lion with dies, and it comes with matching die cuts. And I'm going to be using some ribbon, and I'm going to be using the Stampin' Up Triple Banner punch. And of course I'm going to have some rhinestones, but I have to go get them and bring them over. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to start with the inside of the card first. So since I'm using three layer stamping, I find it is easiest if you get your stamps in order the way you're going to use them, so you don't have to think about it once you actually start stamping. This is a very useful tip. Okay, I'm using the Wild Honey, the Spice Marmalade, and the Aged Mahogany in that order. So I'm going to take the smaller of the two white panels and put it on my Misty tool. And I already have the stamps on where I need it. Make sure I cleared it. And I'm just going to go through the different steps. So all over with the Wild Honey, making sure you get a good even coverage, because this is the base upon which the line will develop. So if this is spotty, then the line may not look right. Okay, and see, I missed that, so I have to move that over. Make sure that didn't move, and press it again. Okay, one more time to make sure I got it, because the the stamps were interfering with the magnet. Okay, so let's put the magnet down here. Clean that off. And these are the same steps that you would follow for all of the triple layer stamps. And now I'm moving on to the medium one, and I just put the stamp in place, looking right through it. And then you can look through the holes of the face in this stamp, and that'll help you line it up where it needs to go. This is a very forgiving stamp. And now moving on with the Spice Marmalade. Okay. Press, and you should be able to see the line coming together at this point. This is very, very easy, and it really gives you fantastic results. Now the eyes and the face and the little nose, and then the Aged Mahogany. And there he is, Regal Lion. Very easy. Now I'm also going to move this up and stamp the words. So hold that in place, bringing the Versafine. There we are, all done. All right, now taking the remaining white paper, I'm going to cut off a scant 1 3/4 inch. Just a little bit less than 1 3/4 inch. And set that aside. Now I'm going to take a piece of paper to protect my work surface, and I'm going to go all over this piece of paper with the spice marmalade. Just make sure that you drop good and heavy color. Okay, this just will need a few minutes to dry. Now I need to take the piece of paper that is now colored and put it in my MISTI tool, and I already have my stamps on the door where I need them to be. Make sure I still have a fit. And it is important to use the magnet in this case, because for sure with this solid stamp I'm going to need to stamp it twice at least. So I want to be sure that the cardstock doesn't move. So you go all over with the thick and even layer of the black and press it in place good and hard. And make sure it didn't move, and give it another stamping. You really want this to be solid. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to clean this off and then move this magnet to this side and stamp one more tree. Now I'm going to quickly make the banner. So you just take the piece of paper that we cut off and force it all the way in until it stops, as far back as it's going to go. Make sure it's straight and push. Simple, simple. Now I have the sentiment for the front already in place. Stamp that real quick. And you may have noticed that was upside down. Sorry, I picked it up to double check something and I put it back backwards. So no, you weren't losing your mind. So put this centered and straight. All right. Now this is a little bit longer than I wanted, so I'm going to trim this again to just below where the words are. Be careful because it's still going to be a little bit wet. And I think that's good enough. All right. Now I'm going to take my blender tool and go and color the edges a little bit. And the rest of the card is just putting everything together. So I'm going to let the music run and assemble the card for you. And that's the finished card. And as I mentioned, this looks a little bit different because the background was a little different, but the layout is the same. And again, let me show you the cards, the card kit, My Monthly Hero, June 2017, and also the color layering lion with die that came out at the same time. While I had this background, I had a little bit extra, and you know, I don't want to waste anything. So in addition to these cards, I also got these two. And this was cut out by the large die, which you see here. And the thing about that die is it also makes a very usable negative space. Let me grab a piece of white to stick behind it so that you can see it. So I could make another card using this negative space. It would be just fine, and I may do that. I'm not sure. Anyway, and this was the last little bit of strip that I got from that background. So I got a total of 4 cards from that one background packaging, which you would ordinarily have just thrown in the trash. Always look around for ways that you can cut a few corners in your card making endeavors, and it really will pay off. Remember, the My Monthly Hero comes out on the first Monday of the month, and it really is a good bargain at $34.99. You get stamps and dies and frequently stencils and papers and other embellishments and things. It really is a great deal. You could spend $35 just for the stamp set, and so you're getting all of that included. So I really, really recommend it. If you check my channel, I also have other videos where I'm showing the My Monthly Heroes, and I hope that you will take a moment and watch some of those as well. I'd like to thank you for watching my channel. I hope you are enjoying the videos that I'm creating, and I'm trying to bring you useful content and ways to save a little bit of money in this card making. I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate all of the support and feedback that I'm getting, and I try to reply to everything, good or bad. It's been all good so far. I'd like to thank my brother David for the music that he's providing, and I truly hope you're enjoying it as well as I am. Take care, everyone, and have a great day.